Good afternoon. I am Myles Sergé. That person to my right is who?
D-KNOX, aka D-KNOX. You know me.
And welcome to MS Live. What up, D? How you doing?
Chilling, man, like a villain. How about yourself?
I'm all right. Tired. Didn't get no
Yeah.
sleep. I had to play last night in Grand Rapids.
You were slaying the dragon last night, boy.
Yeah, man. It was a good party, man. Good party.
Is it Grand Rapids was always nice on the parties, though, from the longest I can remember. I just remember start back in the days, there were always great parties. I'm probably thinking only one party I played on where it was maybe like 3 people there.
Yeah.
But most of the time it was packed full of people.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I couldn't tell you exactly how many, but like basically from the start, like I didn't play until 1. I played from 1 to 3, but I showed up around maybe like 10. There was a couple of people. My boy Justin, he played. I haven't seen him in a while, so and just to get the feel of the vibe, you know what I mean. So it was a good party though.
So Justin, if you're watching right now, yeah, I definitely remember you.
Yeah, man. So what's up with you? What's going on?
I was at the gym today earlier. I had to get because the gym is like about a minute down the road. So that's really nice. And it's a really nice gym. So I was in there trying to burn some fat from around my stomach because, this visceral fat doesn't want to go away so easy. But it's been a hot one today, my brother. It's like almost 90. And it's been like that since the morning. And you know how the air just sits still and it doesn't move.
Right.
So it's been one of them sluggish days. The apartment is coming along much better. So I have my little corner set up where I start banging these tracks out again. Because there's some of you that's watching now. Just a few of you guys that have been asking. And yes, I don't have anything now, but soon I will. But yeah, small little setup. So that's good, and I'm learning the area more.
Okay.
There's a lot of wonderful surprises over here.
Oh, that's
funny
dope.
how you move into a richer area and things are cheaper in the store.
Oh, so you moved on up, huh?
I was thinking, when I go in the store, it's gonna be, I'm sure the price is gonna be 3 times as much. No, it's 3 times less. I said, oh, that's right. Rich people don't like to pay for stuff.
No, they don't. Actually, that's how they get rich.
Yeah. Yep. So you get in their neighborhood, your groceries are suddenly cheaper.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Well, that's a great thing. What you got going on with yourself, man? Give us a little stint about the party last night.
All right, man. Like it was cool. Just a lot of stuff. Like I played that party. Next weekend, I'll play Tech Detroit. And then I'm planning my birthday party July 25th. My birthday is the 24th, but the 25th. So yeah, that's all complete. Secret guest and the lineup. So yeah. Other than that, man, I don't know. It's kind of cool to be actually playing back home at least, because there's been some stints that I haven't been back and people don't book and whatever. But it was pretty good, man. I really enjoy myself. You know me, I don't like my sets and one of those things, but I actually have fun. So
no, that's good. That's the most important thing, is the experience and the fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So guys don't just be thinking about the money and the fame, but remember why you got into this thing. It's about that vibe, that feeling. I
had fun. I think Torrance came out, so I know he took pictures and
Torrance.
So yeah, when I get that, I didn't take any myself, but I get some stuff posted up so I can share my experience. So yeah. All right. That being said, y'all, like, share, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. Trying to get these numbers up. I didn't have the time to check it, but I know it has been going up since the last episode. So thank everybody for checking us out. But yeah, hit that like button thing, whatever it is. It helps us get in the algorithms, let people know we're here, and it also help us get to that point where we can possibly get monetized. So thank you for doing that, and yeah, do it, y'all. It's free, don't cost nothing. We are also available at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Just in case you can't catch the episode with your eyes, but you can hear it I do it all the time. I'm at work. I'm in the car. It's cool to listen to it. I listen to our show too. So our show and quite countless other shows, but it's a cool feature. So go check us out there. You can also follow us on Instagram, MS Live with D-KNOX, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, MS Live with D-KNOX. We're there. Check us out. I want to get with you when we're gonna try to do something. I have an idea of maybe it's like doing some type of post or something, some engagement on these platforms. Cause we use them, but not as much as we could. So we're gonna try to do that. You can also email us mslive with dknox at gmail.com. Concerns, praises, hate, whatever. It's good to hear from people, and this is a way you can hear from. Well, we can hear from you by email us. So, like I said, we're on the road to monitor to get monetized. So, until then, help support the show. You can drop a donation via PayPal, mslive with dknox at gmail.com, or simply hit the QR code in the upper left corner of your screen. You can scan that. It takes you directly to the donation page. Feel free to donate. We'll just check out the page. But anything helps us, that's great. Because this costs money, y'all. And yeah, it costs money. So donate. Today, I'm excited to have this person, this wonderful lady who's very talented. She's a great DJ, excellent producer. And I had the opportunity to meet her years ago when I took my second trip to South America, first trip to Paraguay. So, and I was happy and excited. I had so much fun. And I was glad to meet her. So we kept in contact. She's actually done a remix for a release that's dropping on Calder City Development Corp. I think Wednesday for Mike Ned. So she's part of that package. So check that out. More info to come later after the show. But let's give a warm welcome to Victoria Mussi, y'all. Hey,
Hi.
and
Thank you so much for having me.
thank you for joining us.
Us. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything good?
Everything good. Thank you for the warm welcome also.
Yeah, we try. It might not be the best, but you know, I don't really know what to say at times, and I get tongue tied. But I know I'm happy to have you here, so I'm like, let me hurry up and say something so I can shut up, so we can hurry up and get to the interview.
No, it's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you've been watching the show, people, and Victoria, she says she has watched a few episodes, so we name each episode, and this is no different. So let's see what we came up with this week. MS Live with D-KNOX Season 2, Episode 48. That's 48, y'all. 48. Live, and I'm going to say this. I don't want to butcher it up because, you know, my Spanish isn't that great. Episode 48, From Asunción with Love with Victoria Mussi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
beautiful.
yeah. So you want to start, D? We might as well just.
Yeah. How are you doing today? First of all, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's Father's Day, so I'm actually not in Asunción, but I'm near Asunción, a few hours away, celebrating. So you might hear some of that in the background. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a beautiful day today here.
Yeah, you said it's hot. It's not. Is it not? No, it's like.
It's always hot, but now, like in this time of the year, in a very short period, it's like cold and chilly. So I'm enjoying that very much. Yeah, had some good coffee, and
yes, iced coffee or just regular.
I like both.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing like a good coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are really glad to have you here, though.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Anytime someone asks me how are you, I always say I'm great or wonderful, no matter how I'm feeling. You know,
That's the
it's just,
default answer.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. No, but you know, because you need to always speak about yourself at the highest level. Even Bruce Lee said it. Never even talk about yourself in a bad way, even if it's a joke, because your mind is always listening.
Yeah.
So no matter how you feel, you always have to say it. But you know, I can see you have some good energy about you. You're smiling. You kind of, I don't know, you reminded me of JoJo from Chicago. You know who I'm talking about, Miles? You know who I'm thinking about right now?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Joe. You know, hyperactive,
Active?
Oh.
hyperactive.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. I don't know how you got that,
the same kind of energy. That sometimes
but
when I'm talking to him, he's you know, you guys are smiley and this kind of stillness about you. You know, this confidence. You just like chill. You know,
yeah.
so
No, but I think you're right. Words create our reality in many ways. So it's important, what we say to
yeah,
ourselves.
that's why it's called spelling. You know, you're casting a spell as you write something, so you got to be
Mhm.
on it. Dog, you know, really, there's a lot of trickery that goes on that we just don't even know since the time we were little. So when you start to become aware of everything, then you realize it's just you're being attacked all the time from all around. So you need to constantly, you
Yeah.
really need to watch yourself. I believe what Joe Rogan said when he said he likes to live his life as if someone's following him around with a camera and documenting his life. So you only want to show your best sides, you know, because the truth is your subconscious mind is listening to you all the time and just it's like waiting. Oh, you don't like that? Let me give you more of that. Oh, you like this? Let me give you more of this. And you can see it for yourself. The more that you are thinking about something or working towards something, it eventually happens, you know. So
Hmm.
you always have to, okay, no matter what, it's just positive. But with that being said, let's not go on talking about me and this. Let's find out something about you, Mrs. So could you please tell me and us and the people that are watching, what is the day-to-day life like for you now? And what was the day-to-day life like for you when you were growing up as a youngster? You know, your
In
childhood.
in that order, yes. First
And
now,
Any
like,
order you want to put it.
oh,
I mean, my day to day now, I would describe as the similarities with back then is that I still ask myself so many questions all the time. I'm
Mhm.
an overthinker. I don't know if
Uh-oh.
that's healthy. I
mm,
don't think that's very healthy. But everything I do, I try to turn that into discovery and curiosity about everything. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I wake up. I always like to have a moment for myself. Um, I like to have some coffee, of course, in different styles according to the day and my mood. And then once I have had time to, for myself, then I can start my day. And I usually go to the studio and I work either on some music or on organizing my music or other
Mhm.
stuff that I have to do. And I'm there a few hours. And then in the afternoon, I go to the gym some days, not every day. I wish I could do that, but I go to the gym sometimes.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then during the nights, mostly every weekend I have gigs.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know if that describes it. I like to share some time with people I care about,
mhm.
um, and with my family as well.
Mhm.
Uh, I care about my family. That came across in a weird way. They are in the group of people that I care about. Of course, I was just
Right.
thinking, broadly now, and thinking about as in my childhood maybe or the teenage years. I woke up, I went to school, every day. Uh, my parents were very present parents, and I also had a very nice group of friends, which I maintain until today.
Hmm.
So I hung out a lot with them. Different stuff. I got exposed to different types of, let's say, disciplines, such
Mhm.
as music, the arts, and all that stuff, but not in a very like rigorous way, more like in an exploratory way.
Mhm.
So I would say I had a very interesting but yeah, I don't know if that might answer the question in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
Kind
was?
of.
Yeah.
Hey, no, you did fine. You did
um,
fine.
so how did you wind up getting involved in like electronic music? Like, what was your first interaction with it? Like, how old were you? Were you at a party? Were you like at a friend's house? Were you on the street? Like, how did you first get involved with it, or how did you first get introduced to it?
I would say it was a gradual process, not so much as like a one unique moment thing. Um, I was because I was exposed to many types of things during my childhood and teenage years. I was always interested. I mean, I'm from Asunción, so most of the things that we consumed here in the radio, for instance, mainstream stuff. But
Hmm.
among those things, what mostly caught my attention were always stuff that at the time I didn't understand it that way, but now I understand that all of those things had, you know, characteristics or sounds that took me to develop my taste in electronic music. I don't know. I listened to Underworld, Chemical Brothers, The Prodigy,
Mhm.
Crystal Waters. That was the type of thing I was interested in. Depeche Mode, etc., etc. So I had this habit of organizing my music, getting the new stuff, having this digging habit. Although I didn't call it digging back then, I just thought it was like a fun thing to do, and it made me feel good. So I grew up doing that a lot, using cassettes, using CDs, and all of that. Um, so then I think I was like 15 or 16, and I started going out to clubs, different types of clubs. So then I understood, the impact of the frequencies generated by electronic music in many ways. And I was interested in knowing more about that
Hmm.
and discovering more about that. So um, I just started digging on information and trying to go to different scenes where I could meet more people that had similar interests.
Mhm.
Um, and then I once, yeah, at a concert, I saw this girl playing. I never met her, by the way. I think she's Brazilian, but she
Hmm.
lives like nearby. And I don't know, I just thought it was an interesting possibility. And through going to these different events, I met Alex, who you also know.
Hmm.
And and then I started, going out to clubs that were directly dedicated to house and techno.
Hmm.
So yeah, throughout all that time, I also started um, trying to learn how to mix, and also trying to, at the same time, trying to learn how to make music. I started with Fruity Loops, then I went to
Yeah.
Ableton. So yeah, I'm doing this. I'm telling this story in a very compressed way, but kind of in that order. It was a very, I would say, kind of like a clumsy process, because I was trying to figure out how to get to that place. And then in my early adult years, I I met friends here who also opened the doors for me, and I started playing at different venues. A
Hmm.
lot of them more like small bars, and then afterwards, more of the club scene. So kind of like that. But the interest was always there. I think it was an accidental thing because no one came and said, "Okay, you have to listen to this," and no one tried to get me into it. I just intuitively listening to stuff that I liked, um, started looking for more information on that. I wanted to discover what the sounds were, what they meant, where they came from, how they were built, how I could explore more. So I still do that until
Hmm.
this day. So I can't imagine my life without doing that because it was something I already constantly did from a playful side, from a curious side, or my so it's kind of ingrained naturally in me. And of course, there were many people throughout that process who played a very impactful role in showing me new stuff, or in showing me paths to get where I wanted to get.
All right.
It's not that I did it alone, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure if that answers the question correctly.
Yeah, you did for sure. So like I know like I said we met when I came and I played for Alex when I did the remix for the what was it Don't Break It
Yeah,
and
I have it. I have
the record.
the record.
So it was just weird because I don't even know how we got connected, but we just started talking one day and he was like, "Hey, you want to do a remix?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So I did it and I didn't know what I was going to do, and because my remix is way different from the original, like way different, but the
That's
vocals
good.
were there. Yeah, but exactly, it was good. So I did it and I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like this or not, but he liked it, and he kept me updated on the process. And then one day he was like, "Yeah, um, we're gonna do a record release party or something," and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, bring me down. I'll play." And I was just joking when I said it, right? And so the next day he was like, "Yo, so what day can you fly out?" You know what I mean? And so it just happened like that, man. But yeah, that's my fan, man. I love Alex, and we always keep in contact, and it was just cool. So I came down there and I had a great time, and I met you, and you were playing like I was saying earlier when we were talking behind the scenes, like the way the club, like Alex used to own Sequence,
Yeah,
so a club in Paraguay called Sequence, and but he I think he sold it, but he owned Sequence. He brought me down there, and then the way it was set up, just like in the back of it, it's like you go down this big old hill, and it's like this big old deck thing. And Victoria was playing outside, so that's when I first seen her play, and it was just a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I had a great time. But shouts out to Alex. I don't know if you're watching this or not, bro, but
yeah. I mean, it was like 10 years ago. Those memories are like very special to me. That
yeah.
place gave us so much, and I don't know. I'm curious to know. By the way, what like that was your first time in Paraguay. What was your perception of the scene, of the place, of the like how was it for someone like you to just come in and okay, I'm in this city, you know?
For me, so
Yeah,
my first trip to South America was actually I played at Underclub, so I was in
yeah,
Argentina.
yeah.
Big club, but it just seemed like just a big club, and it was like almost to me. And I'm not speaking bad on it, nothing, but how I got booked there, it was a lot of controversy. What the promoter they was using, it was just big drama. But the club itself it just seemed like really dark, like it's like a dark, harder techno place.
Mm.
And just the crowd was that's what they want, and that's what it was, and that's cool, I mean, no big deal. But it's just like a completely different vibe. So when I came to Paraguay, I just thought it's gonna be similar, night and day. It was friendly, it was warm, people was is energetic, and I remember after I left, I was telling people back home and even people in Europe, I was like, "Yo, I went to Paraguay. I played at this club with this guy Alex I know. and it reminded me of like being if you were somewhere in Europe. This is how everything was structured, how everything was. It was like top notch, but friendlier, and people was a lot warmer and friendlier. And I was like, yo, this is it. And just how they had everything laid out. The club, it felt like just like I was in Berlin, like for real. Exactly, but like better. So that's how I would never thought like, and like I'm saying, just kind of not being biased or nothing, but it was just kind of like I never thought like that could exist anywhere else outside of Europe, especially in South America, because I didn't know, you know what I mean? So yeah. It was great. It was great. And just to me, I met so many people, like to this day, besides Alex, and I haven't talked to like Octavio and them, like the LPC guys. There's a label. I didn't know they had a label, and you're part of that too. And they're doing stuff, man. They've been putting out records for like years. I had no clue.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's good music, and it's not good music. So meeting them, I went to the studio, hung out with them for a little bit, and it's dope, man. I had no clue. So that's my perception. So I didn't know that any of that was happening.
So an interesting discovery, you would say, a landlocked, place in the middle of South America. I'm always interested to know what it feels like for someone to just come, because it's sometimes it can be kind of random,
Mm-hmm. And
but,
I've been there twice. The last time I played some big festival, I think it was like Unity or something like that, and I played for them, and that was a way different experience. Mm-hmm. So to me, it was more, and I can't think of the guy's name right now, but I see him from time to time. He's cool. Rodney. Shout out to Rodney. Rodney brought me. He don't speak any English at all, but it was kind of crazy, but it was a good time. But just the vibe with his party, like the festival scene there, it just seemed more like if I was like Vegas or something like that. It's like more of that type of festival, unlike where Victoria and them was more like underground. You know what I mean? So it's completely different. But yeah, I had good times. At both places, but it was like two different crowds, different energy and stuff. So, yeah.
Yes, the crowd here can be, in my opinion, very, very welcoming and very, very energetic. In a good way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's my perception.
Thank you.
I've been trying to talk to him to see if we can have something. And D, you'll love it, man, for real.
I'm not, I'll love it. Go down there, play, and have some nice food too.
Food was off the chain. That's what I was. But I was fat, y'all. I was and I was there eating it up, man. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I would love to come down there and and get some sun, see some nice views, have some nice food, have some great chats and talks with people, and hopefully leave with some new family. Because that's what I like to do when I go DJ somewhere. When I leave, I really love to leave with a new family. That's why I said this is my new family member, because pretty much I've done that every time I've played somewhere. I have people that even if I haven't been there for the last 10 or 15 years, I can call these people and we pick right up. That's like the first time I came there. So what does underground mean to you these days? Since Myles was just mentioning that you guys were more underground than the other guy that booked them.
And oh my God, base question.
I mean, these days, what does it mean to be underground to you?
Let me think how I'm going to answer this.
Don't overthink. Don't even just.
It's hard. That's hard for me, but
I think everybody does, but yeah.
I mean, I think I would say maybe something that's very special and kept let me see how I phrase this. Something special that you take care of, that you nurture and take care of that special sphere that surrounds it in
Mhm.
so many ways, in the community, of course the music, of course the quality, of course
Mhm.
the way you do things. So I think underground these days would be that, the way we take care of what we consider special for us in this scene, because everyone has their own definition, everyone does stuff in different ways, and I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I'm just
Mhm.
saying that what defines something is, the way you approach it. So I would say, yeah, the actions you take to really take care of that special place. And when I say special place, I mean, it's like a way of living and like a container for a whole community
Hmm.
of
Yeah.
like-minded people.
So how is in your opinion, then, how has the underground techno scene changed since you started in it there?
I think it has expanded.
Hmm.
It has grown not only in population but in diversity.
Hmm.
Mm.
Because back then it used to be more homogeneous. I don't know if I'm
Hmm.
pronouncing that word correctly, but
Hmm.
and now I think there's more diversity in what different parties, events, or clubs can offer. And I think that's good because it develops different challenges and different ways of exploring what we like.
Yeah.
It creates different channels.
Hmm.
So I think it builds a richer atmosphere overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how things evolve
Hmm.
from the beginning, and it's like a similar vibe, similar situation too. When I see it worldwide, of how it started, and where it's expanding to, and the different avenues it's actually expanded into as
Yeah.
well. Well,
Well, I
well.
mean, like now it
How
is.
do you see this? Sorry,
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask from your perspective and from where you're both living now. Like how do you see these changes? Because where I'm from, it's like very small compared
Hmm.
to those places.
Yeah.
So I'm also interested in
I'm gonna
getting
be
your
honest with
perspective.
you. Over here, just like kind of like you said, when I first was over here in Poland ages ago, I had a ton of gigs to playing in little villages and all sorts of places, and the vibe just seemed different back then. Of course, because the social media wasn't really present then, and people were just into the moment. And those parties were just it. Like Miles was mentioning how he felt like he was at Tresor in South America. I felt like Poland was kind of 10 years behind like the parties we were doing in America. So all of the events were fully booked and people just there for the music. Actually, now it just seems like because of I don't know if I really want to. Well, I could blame it on social media, but just changed. Even people coming to the clubs. I know they were also doing drugs back then, but just for now, it seems like if I'm me, the DJ, coming, I have people approaching me. Oh, I want to buy some K from you if you got it. It's like, dude, leave me alone. You're already ruining my vibe. And it seems like there's a more mechanical way of getting booked there or actually doing things in the club. Where back then it was just kind of like, okay, maybe they didn't have everything set, or things just were just okay. We had things set, but you just felt kind of relaxed and more natural. Where it just seems like now when you go play in the club, like they expect certain things to be set like as you would do on social media or something, So
yeah, like the more organic side of building a night.
Yeah. Well, it just changed. But young people, they're gonna have their own take on it, and me as a guy from the past, of course, I have to learn how to rethink things and know, okay, this is just what it is now. This is how it's operating, but it does feel different. I think I tend to like things how they were back then over here, as the same with music, hip hop and everything. For example, I prefer late 80s, early 90s, or mid 90s too. But I'm not saying it's bad over here because the last time I played, despite those people bothering me as if I'm a drug dealer, I still had a good set and it was fun, but it kind of made it to where, okay, I don't want to play out here as much as I used to want to because of those kind of things and some of these recent changes in the club scene.
And you would say maybe, having seen and developments before and after, you would say that the impact of social media would be one of the main triggers of this type of change.
I can agree with that.
Oh, I think my internet went out for a moment.
I think I glitched there for a little bit.
Yeah, now I seem to be on my phone. Internet.
You're here. I see you.
Right, but it shows I have like no bars, and I'm looking for my home internet, and it's
gone,
disappeared. But I see on my phone, last week when we were with Cecilia, I was totally on my phone.
Yeah,
it didn't glitch not once.
Yeah. We got you now, though. That's what's up, though.
Okay.
But
so I didn't get the last kind of snippets of what you guys were saying.
Yeah, I think Victoria was saying that she thinks, correct me if I'm wrong, that the social media actually kind of like sparked the change. Is that correct?
I was asking you if that's how you felt, because you have lived this experience more than I have. So in that timeline, I was asking if, the impact, like if you would say social media was one of the main triggers of that change. Yeah.
I think so. I think, in my opinion, I think social media has expanded people's, it's expanded the reach of, what's the word I'm looking for? It expanded the reach of the culture. It's easier to access. Like for a while, like if you didn't live in a big city, you didn't know, you know what I mean? Unless you knew somebody that was in a big city. Now you don't have to go anywhere. You can be in, I don't know, Antarctica or something and be able to see and witness things that happen in different cities because of social media. But I also think it maybe has done a little damage at the same time, because now I think at one point, I think when we were coming up, and it was more about the music, the actual scene, and the community. And I think social media has kind of, with everything else, like it kind of changed everything to kind of make it more tilted. So instead of community, it's more about oneself. Thus, people taking selfies, and you go there. Like, how many times have you been in a club and you see this?
Oh yeah,
and they're not listening to the music. They're not listening to the performance or being involved in the community. Is just like kind of saying like, hey, look where I'm at. This is what's going on, and they're not paying any attention to anything else but this and showing people, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? So I think it's taken away from that. So that's why I do like some clubs that you go to, like the no phone policy or give me your phone. You know what I mean? So I think it takes away from the moment. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. So it's like a gift and a curse. It's cool because now it expands the reach. People can see what's going on in other places. But then, the flip side, and it's not saying that everyone does it. It's the same like what you were saying earlier about what I've noticed lately. So at my age, I think there was a period, like you mentioned in drugs and stuff. I think there's a period of party goers that are our age, that are there for the music, or maybe they dabbled in something a little bit, but it's still about the music. And then you have a younger segment who really don't care about what's going on. It's just, I'm here, I'm there. The music's a background, and I'm here trying to get high. But then there's a younger segment after that who don't drink, who don't do any drugs. They're actually there for music, and it's more so the music, the culture, and they're more in tune to see what actually is going on. They're studying, you know what I mean? So I've seen it. I've seen it as of late. So I think it's that small segment. Like you got all three. And then for some kind of strange way, it's all kind of like coexisting right now. But there is, like I said, the younger generation, it's more about the music. It's just like the whole thing now, like vinyl records are making a big comeback. You know what I'm saying? So these kids don't want digital, they want vinyl. So they're going out and exploring this, and it's like a new thing. You know what I mean? It's not new, but it's new to them, and they really get into it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like that, the same thing with the club as of now. Comment. Hey, Lester, what's up?
King Les.
New age hippies is what I call them. Okay.
That's actually a nice album title. New Age Hippies.
New Age Hippies. Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go. Less album for you on UKR.
Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, if that answered your question for me, I think that's how I feel.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
She turned it around on us.
Yeah.
Put us on the spot.
I'm sorry. I'm just very curious because I know how long you've been in this, and I'm very interested to know your perspective.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I think, you know what I mean? So tell me about LPZ and the crew. Like, how did you hook up with them, and how did that all come about? If you can tell me about the individual people so people know and all that stuff.
So right now LPZ is composed of Cosmo Lopez and Octavio.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be 3 members, which also included Ariel, and now it's both of them. And when I started, of course, going clubbing here, I used to go to listen to their sets, but we didn't talk directly. I think we kind of exchanged, just some hellos here and there or a little information. But then I went for a few months to London to do this music production course, and they went there to play. So we started talking there, actually, because we were there and then we just hung out. I went to their gig, and from there on, when we were back here, we started doing different projects. So I work with them individually in different things. Sometimes we do workshops DJ workshops with Cosmo. We make music with Octavio. With Ariel, we have different projects. One of the projects was a club that we decided to pause. And yeah, I think they, at least for me or for my generation on, they were very important figures for house and techno here in Paraguay because of the way, with Alex, because of the way they engaged with their own projects, and day and night just implemented all these things that showed us different ways of listening to music, basically. So yeah, and for me they are a reference in that respect, and in many others, because of how long they've been in the game and how they decided, to going in a place or in a location where it's not always necessarily very easy or straightforward. Maybe nowhere, maybe not, it's not easy anywhere, but because of I know the conditions of this country and that we live in, and I think that they do it in a very elegant way, to use a word.
Yeah.
So yeah. I went last night. Alex had this party with Underclub here in Asunción, and I was there, and LPZ, Octavio and Cosmo were playing. So of course it's always delightful to listen to one of their sets.
No, they're very cool guys, man. Like I said, I didn't know any of this was going on when I was down there, but they're really dope, and they've been around for a while. And it's interesting that you said that, like, it just seems like I don't know about now, but I think when I was there then, it was like a small number of DJs, a small number of producers, and it was, you all were like closely tight knit. So like since I've been there, I'm sure the scene and all that has grown. More producers and more artists and more DJs. So yeah.
And it's very interesting to see how the newer generations are approaching it. I mean, I think to have a scene that is rich in musically diverse, you need all of that. And I think we're slowly getting there, because if you only have one place, one genre, and if you see other projects as competition, I just think other projects help expand in thinking of the conditions that we live in. I don't know how it's like in other bigger cities that have years of history. For us it's different because it's small, so I think it's necessary for the circle to open up and welcome different artists, and to also have this exchange between very established ones and very new ones, and I think that's where the scene can flourish, and grow. So it has changed a little bit in a positive way, I think.
Yeah. But see, that's dope, because like you see that now, like at least in other, especially over here in other cities, like it was interesting when you said that, you don't look at these other crews or other people as competition.
Yep.
That's dope.
I mean, I think it's a collaboration, actually.
Okay. See, having that mindset, I think that's a great one, because I was like, in Grand Rapids, like it's a lot of turmoil, a lot of things happening, and I think a lot of people do view each other as competition. And it was interesting when you said that, and you're like, yo, it's not competition. This makes everybody expand and grow. And I wish more other scenes and more other people have that type of outlook. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like I'm sure since I've been there, it's mad people, and you're saying it's bigger. And it was like this small, it was a great base, like a small group of people. They were doing like crazy big things, like on a huge scale, a huge like quality scale, you know what I mean? So now if you take that and you guys are expanding that with other people and you're nurturing these people, I mean, it's going to get nothing but bigger and good, you know what I mean? So.
Yes. And also I think aside from having from people having, or groups of people having different projects and just complementing each other in our different ways, I think also education or the sharing of information is very important, for a community to thrive. And I think that's happening now, which back then, I don't know if it happened as much, not because nobody wanted it to happen, just because times were different and people were learning, or the access to information was different. So now I think people are more open to teach what they know, or to share information with each other, or to have different points of view, and be able to see where that takes us. So I think, at least in this scene, I think it's healthy when that happens.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So what else I got? Oh yeah. So we kind of touched on this earlier, but so for people who don't know, you share a common last name.
Oh yeah, my dear cousin Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So have you met her? Have you?
okay. We've never met in person, but I do know for some strange reason, and I don't think it was you. Amanda was doing like a booking agency for a hot second, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was my booker for like a month or two for South America, but nothing ever panned out with it. But she was trying, so that's
Well,
my
that's
only,
awesome.
yeah. So that's my only really connection. I've never met her in real life. We emailed it. I think we chatted once before, but that's it. But I do know the story. Like I heard it. I don't know. It wasn't from you, but I heard it like somewhere else. But you guys didn't know you were cousins, so maybe you could kind of tell us the story about that. How you found out?
Yeah. So we didn't share our childhood together or anything. We met basically on SoundCloud. We just found each other there, saw that we had the same last name, and started talking, and then one thing led to another, and we realized that I knew her dad because her dad was living here. She was living in Brazil back then. So then I just told her, why don't you come and we just play together? And it turned out that we play, like we have very similar and complementary tastes in music and approaches also. So we played our first all night long back to back, just like that. Like we didn't even we just played together and we clicked, and we've been working together ever since. And I also think our relationship has, over the years, has grown into a deeper a deeper level of connection beyond beyond that even. So it was a very, I don't know, very, very beautiful thing that life gave us, I guess. And we have a very close relationship since then, also with our parents, and we try to visit each other as much as we can because we don't live in the same city. But yeah, and she's a great DJ, great producer, very talented, very charismatic. Her energy is very special. I think we're very different. I always say, like, I would be like, just to describe it very shortly, I would be the introvert and she's the extrovert. So we're like the yin and yang, and we just get along very well. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see that because she is more outgoing. And not saying you're not, but you kind of just sit back and observe and kind of chill. You know what I mean? So
I love that someone can take over with their charismatic energy, and I'm just there thinking for me.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's kind of crazy.
So
Oh, go ahead.
she's one of my favorite people to do back to back with. So we always try to have one of those, at least once a year, have one of those.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were gonna say.
I would say it's kind of weird. Like, it's not weird, but it's like strange. Like, I see this person, we got the same last name, and we either before you even ran across her, you guys were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
In the same kind of region that you would never think that, and then you find each other, and then later on you find out that's your cousin. It's like crazy.
And especially because what you can be playing can it's so broad. Like she could be playing any other, we could have had a very different, I don't know, like she something completely not compatible with what I liked or not,
Hmm.
but that was for me very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's dope though. Like
Yeah.
I mean, that's just really dope. And then yeah, like you said, like you play the same type of music. She could have been playing like polka or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was gonna wonder how do you guys, when you know you got a back to back coming up, how do you prepare for that? Actually,
We actually have one in a few months, and
Mhm.
the funny thing is we never meet and practice. We just talk.
Mm,
Or if we
Okay.
meet, we just talk. Like I speak to her almost every week, of
okay.
course,
Okay.
but then when she's here or when I'm there, we just talk and we're like, yeah, let's see where this takes us. Maybe this direction will be interesting. And of course, as always, the energy of the crowd helps us,
Yeah.
define the path, and it's always very, very organic and very, hmm, I don't know, it's a very in the moment thing. So
Mhm.
we have recorded some of them, so there are good memories that we have the archives
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
That's magical. You don't have to. You just talk, and then you get at
Yeah.
the party and you just do it.
Yes.
Just hammer it down. That's so. Your opinion, then, what truly makes a party? What truly makes a techno party for you when you're DJing? All the elements. Is it the crowd, the sound system, other DJs, your sets? Like, what, in your opinion, what makes it for you? To make that where you when you go home, you feel like,
Yeah. I
God, damn, that was a good night. Yeah, you know.
So I would say the short answer would be what makes a good party for me is that the most important conditions are there for
Mm.
every person who is part of that in that moment to feel free in doing what they are supposed to do. For example, I, I am playing and I could be having fun, but everyone working at the place, all the community, all the staff, the community that is going there to dance, if everyone can feel free, of course there can be challenges during the night, but free to decide, free to, do it together. If the conditions are given in a way where we can all do and be that,
Yep.
I as a DJ feel that I can this there is a collective flow that I cannot even explain where I can do what I like to do, which is not Victoria playing music that she is playing, but I am just a transmitter. I am like a vehicle of something way bigger than all of us, and it just comes through me. I don't even have to think. It just
Hmm.
flows, and everyone is connected at that moment. And one thing happens, and that just gives me a signal of what I have to do next. And the music is just connecting the dots of all of that. So
Hmm.
when that happens, for me, it is like the perfect night. And I'm not sure if I'm not sure if what I'm gonna say next is exactly like this because I'm not sure yet, but I think it has to do with teams. The team that makes a place is uh, is built or is works together, because I could say, of course, I would like a great sound system and I would like this and that, but that the great sound system happens because someone cares about doing it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Person behind it.
Has to encourage, motivated, happy, and they have to feel not that they are doing it because the owners of the club said so, but they are doing it because they feel that their job is actually a piece of what is happening that night. They are not all doing it because they someone is paying for a super big DJ and because that DJ wants this and this and this. You have to do that, and then you just go and you did your job. You are
Yeah.
part of that experience also, as a person who works there, as a person who goes and dances all night, everything. So for me, when those points are taken care of, I think personally, I feel the most, free to to become this transmission uh, path for the music, to be the protagonist and not the person. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm being clear, but
No, you're good. It's good. It's good. I used to tell people, if you got an opportunity to go to the sound check, don't skip it, and don't
yeah,
just go check the sound. One of the things I used to do, go for the sound check. I used to go around and introduce myself to all the staff. Where there was the night manager, the security, the bar people, very
yeah,
important. The sound
yes,
guy, especially, and whoever's controlling the lights and the fog machines,
yes,
because I knew that okay, people always remember how you make them feel. So I can make you feel a certain way on the floor, but let's say the security guard was messing around with you when you came in, you already in a messed up mood, or you had to wait too long at the bar to get your drink, or the bar guy or girl totally ignored you and went to the next person, so you didn't feel seen. I tried to like let these people meet me early so they can get a feel of me, so that they would be in a good mood and make everyone happy. So then my set would be even more. I always thought that was important, not just to go and check the sound, but let these people know you here, and okay, that was a nice guy. He came, we had a little conversation, and it's usually you probably just go, you have your little dinner, you go there and check, and then you just get in and out. Most people, but I think I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think a lot of DJs are going to introduce themselves to other
hmm
people. They might not even have time, but I always try to make sure I have time for that,
Yeah.
hmm
to make it even more special, so that they know, okay, he's a nice guy. We're all happy. Let's stay in a good mood so that everyone can have a good experience. But
yes,
that's what the sound check means to me. Not just checking the sound, but checking everything, the club, you know.
Yeah. I think a lot of people.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
True. That's true.
this also, like, I love a great sound system, and I love a great lighting, and of course, but I think if those things are very well taken care of, but then the spirit of the place is not in place, the spirit of the party, sometimes it's a bit more organic, and maybe some things are not perfect, but the spirit and the companionship, and there's like this makes a night special also.
Yeah.
So what I would always say is that if you compare it with like a jazz band, or a band where every member of the band has the time to do their solo, the rest of the band is still like playing in the background very slowly, but they're not the protagonist. So when someone comes in and they're at the door, the hosting team is the protagonist in that moment for this person, and then the person goes to the bar, and then the people at the bar are in the spotlight, and you as a DJ are playing in the background. The people at the door are in the background, and then this person comes to the dance floor and has this experience where all the other places are working correctly for the experience to be like a 360,
Mhm.
well contained thing, and not just like a loose thing where, okay, the sound system was great, but then everything else was a mess.
Mhm.
So I would see it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all, man. What else? Do. Production. So, what's your production style?
Yes. Take us through the
uh,
process.
Chaotic, messy. i I feel, of course, I will never stop learning in life about this or about anything, but I feel I'm still in a learning process. I don't think I mastered it yet.
Hmm.
So I try to feel as free as I can to explore different. I first try to do stuff as if no one else is gonna listen to it, but I am there in the moment, and then I see if it works or if I think it works or not. So yeah, it's a very explorative and experimental process for me still.
Hmm.
Like, I don't always go there with a formula. Maybe you can sense this in the tracks that you've heard. I mean, for me, it's clear that I don't. It's not like I'm gonna do this and this and that, and it's gonna be effective. Many times, it just still, structurally. I think I can still have a lot of room for improvement, but that's how I'm doing it now. And I work mostly all in the box, and yeah. So, and thank you for inviting me to do this remix. I feel honored, and I think all of the artists involved are just. I mean, I've been playing the tracks, and
Yeah.
they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The Nels remix is for me super.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. It's a good package. Just little
Yes,
package.
yes, yes.
So yeah. No. I'm honored that you did it. I was like, I'm gonna ask her and see what she's gonna say. I didn't think you were gonna do it, to be honest, but you're like, yeah, I'll do it. So that was dope though. But then yeah, so then um she's got something coming up. Now that's tell me about your label, because that's your label, that the project you sent me.
Yeah, yeah. I I've never talked about it like this, so this is gonna be a practice. Um, but yeah, basically, I was throughout the years, because my process is very, like I said, experimental. I started making music that had a different form, not precisely for the dance floor, and more sometimes kind of ambient IDM or a mix of those things. And I started exploring that, and also going to some events that offer this type of music. And I just felt that the dance floor, I mean, making music only for the dance floor can be sometimes a little limiting for expression.
Hmm.
So yeah, I thought maybe why don't I work on a space where I can express myself and also showcase other artists, especially from South America and elsewhere, um, where the spectrum can be a little more open, and where we can have techno and the more experimental and ambient side of techno merged with more, let's say, experimental stuff. And when I say experimental, I mean, you know, um, things that you could hear as a soundtrack of a documentary or a movie or a video game or stuff
Hmm.
like that. That sometimes, fluctuate in different ways. So I also learned throughout all this time that I don't know, many times when doing things we focus on the big objective, like I want to get here, I want to be this, I have to do this, I have to meet this person. But I think the progress and the growth and the joy is in the small steps, or in the small moments that sometimes we don't see as important, or even in the production process. We are thinking of the finished track, or in the different sections, but sometimes you have like a small accident, and that helps you come up with the main characteristic of a track, or the part of a track that makes it special.
Hmm.
So this is why the approach for this label is focusing on those things that normally maybe we would overlook, and give it a space. It's why it's called detail. And everything is something, sometimes we think some experiences are not maybe as important as they are, and then just in retrospect we understand that. And I think if we gave more value to those smaller moments, we would realize how big actually they are, especially in our own happiness, because sometimes we are chasing stuff, and this can sometimes relate to the social media thing. We
Mm-hmm.
want to be here to have more of this, to quantify this, but there's other details that you don't see or you don't quantify in that way that actually bring you joy or are pillars when solidifying your community or nurturing your community, or what makes us happy. So I think that's the spirit of this label, and that's why the music is a little bit different and it's not too straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a little bit of techno and in a more experimental way, I'd say. And two of the releases are with Octavio, who we talked about, and we came up with some very different tracks of what we are usually used to doing together and alone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was excited. So I'm doing we exchange remixes actually. So I'm working on a remix for her project, and I got it, and I was like, wow, this is different. It's way different, and it's more experimental and stuff. But I listened to it a few times, like, yeah, this is pretty dope. So now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, like, what direction I'm gonna take or whatever. But
I was thinking, is he gonna get scared? Is he gonna be worried? Because it's different. So I don't know.
no, 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 it's nice. It's nice. I was like, all right, cool. I can see that. But then, like I said, I was like, I got it, and then I was at home. I don't know what I was doing, but I just had it playing in the background and stuff. I was like getting some ideas. Like, yeah, it's different, but it's really it's good, really good stuff. Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Yep,
yeah.
I agree.
And then um, and I know like Mike's really happy with the remix for his project. I
We
seen him.
talked a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So he was like, "Yeah, man, that's dope." And then he was telling me, and that's how I found out. That's why I asked you, because he was like, "Yeah, um, I think she's coming over here like sometime later in the year or something." So he was like trying to find out when. He said we should go see her. I was like, "Yeah, that would be dope." So
Oh,
we,
that would be amazing. I'll let you know. Definitely. I'll let you know. Yeah.
yeah, so we might come see you, depending on what it is. What I mean, as far as time and work, time off work and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it happen. So.
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's like the second time around meetup.
Yeah.
Just later. Yeah. So, is it anything in this music industry or in the scene that you don't like? And if you could change it, how would you change it?
Oh my God. Jesus. Okay. I can think of one thing, and I don't think this only happens in this scene. I think it's part of the human experience, and I don't think anyone likes it. Actually, I don't think it's a pleasant thing, but something that I don't like is, you know, I think it's nice to glorify and celebrate that to get somewhere we always stand in the shoulders of giants. I mean, we get our inspiration and ideas from people who've been there, and I think mentoring is, I don't know, a magical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes these things I feel are disguised as that and are more like stepping on someone to get somewhere. And I think that it happens in any scene or in any, area. But it's something that I think something causes an urge for people to get somewhere fast. So the way transactions are made, because you can have a transactional relationship. You don't need to be everybody's friend, but sometimes it's in a dishonest or manipulative manner, and it can really affect lives, because you can say, okay, I got away with it and I got here stepping on someone, but aside from only doing that, it can really affect lives in a deeper way. So I really think it would be nice to have more empathy with people's processes, and not think that because someone has something we can just take it. I think if we all celebrate each other's strengths, we can all get together even faster where we want to get, and it wouldn't be such a ego thing and all of that I'm sure you know perfectly what I'm talking about. So the way I would change that, I say change because I don't know if I can, but what I try to do is just try to be as empathetic as I can be with the people and the things that happen around me, and just try to I believe is the most honest way of getting places. So because I cannot be telling people what to do or how to do it or how they can change, but I can just try to be the best version of myself that I can be, and keep my strength and try to expand that, and maybe other people can feel confident in themselves and also can feel strong, and they can feel the possibility that they can achieve what they want, instead of trying to calculate how are you going to take something from someone to get where you want to get. So that's what I would choose for this answer. I don't know if it makes sense.
That's a deep answer.
I'm sorry.
That's like Donnell level deep. His brain turned like, yeah.
I'm sorry if I went. But yeah, I told you I have this problem that I just think and think and do. But
it's not a problem. That's actually good. I don't think it's a problem. I wish I could think that deep. I can't. I mean, I do sometimes, but it's just like it just flows. Like you two, y'all, you're deep thinkers. You and Donnell, you're deep thinkers. So I learned a lot from both of you. Even today, I learned a lot from you and Donnell is always dropping little jewels of tidbits of wisdom here.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm all in like, yeah. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I like the least, I would say. But,
yeah. And the best thing, what's the best? What's the thing? The best thing you like the most? What you like the most about all this?
I love the fact that it's a space where, when everything is, where the intentions are aligned, you really feel that you can be yourself, and you don't have to explain yourself to. You don't have to explain why you do the things the way you do, and you don't have to talk. You just have to share music, and that's the only message that already gets where it needs to get, and then this unity thing happens in the moment. And I think I've never experienced that elsewhere. Like for me, that feeling is very unique. Yeah, because I don't know. I'm used to having to explain why I'm like this, why I'm like that. I'm an introvert. Why I don't talk. Why I don't go out as much. Why I don't. So when we are in this community, and everything is going or in alignment who they are, and everyone gets it. We don't have to spend so much energy justifying everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
But yeah, sorry again if I, went
No, it's good.
to.
What we're here for. We want people want to know. Like you said, you're more of, your personality is more of an introvert. So I think I've learned a lot about you. Like today, like and that's dope. And I think that's what we're here for. Like to show people, it's not just music. There's a person behind this music, and who is this person? You know what I mean? And I think that's what we like to grasp, to get from people on this show. It's like, yeah, she does this or he does that, but who are they really? You know what I mean? Or what do they think? And I think that's, for me, I think that's why what was missing. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, unless you're like super famous and there's documentaries about you, nobody, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. But just like I see this person, I know they DJ or they produce, but who are they? You know what I mean? I think once you find that out, it makes the music and the art form that much better when you get to, know the person. So
yeah. No more this mysterious stuff. No more this Batman superhero stuff. Who is this person? Let's just, okay, that's a human being. That's a person making music. They smile, they laugh, they have problems just like me, but yet they show up to do the music. At the end of the day, out of passion, out of love. Because if you're doing it for money, you can do anything to make money, but there's a bit of passion or an addiction to this music that is hard to get out of. Like once you're in, kind of like the Illuminati. Yeah, I guess once you're in, it's kind of hard to get out, right? Right.
I mean, I think the way I see the world is like, we don't ask to be here. We are just, we come here like without our consent. We just come here to a place with its own rules already, and some things are very beautiful, but many things are very hostile. And why add more hostility to a place that already has so much difficulty, where you have to, someone says something to you, but you have to read what their intentions were, because they didn't want to say that. They actually wanted to say something else because they wanted to. So for me, music should, break with all that nonsense and just, let's just be free and be our best, the best we can be.
Right on.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry, but I have to run in a bit just because I have this family situation.
No worries.
Regards to the family. Say hi to them for us.
I will.
Hope to meet them someday.
Yeah.
Happy
Father's some wonderful food, man.
Other too. So
I'll do that. They're great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving us the time and opportunity. I know for people who don't know, Victoria was supposed to be the first guest of this year, but it didn't work. So I'm glad it worked out. You know what I mean? So different times and circumstances, but I'm so happy that you were able to join us today. It was great.
Happy to. Thank you so much to both of you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. All right, y'all, let's give it up for Victoria Mussi, y'all. So, real quick before you go, let people know where they can find you.
My Instagram, I guess.
Okay.
Is my name is Victoria Mussi. So I think, or maybe RA is also Victoria Mussi. So I think SoundCloud, also Victoria Mussi.
Gotcha. I know we have links here. We have links in the description. So go check her out. And at some point when we get more info, if she comes to the US, we will let you know, and you guys better go out and go see her. You won't be disappointed for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Victoria,
thanks. Thank you.
All right. Talk soon.
Yes. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Interesting lady there.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Lots to offer. You know that she's gonna deliver proper business on the dance floor and give it from her heart. So, yeah, I enjoy these talks with these people.
Yeah.
Look how skilled we are now. Talking to people.
Right? I have no technical difficulties today. It was like this smooth sailing. You know what I mean? Other than, with the glitches with the internet, but you can't really, control that.
You can't never control. Yeah, they probably want you to pay something more. Like they're probably doing it on purpose. Like
right.
Spend a little bit more money because what mine has done this whole time has been jumping back and forth between the phone and the home internet on its own. I'm not even telling it to do. I'm just looking up. It's on the phone and it's on the home internet.
Right.
I'm like, why are you switching when the home box is plugged in? Everything's fine. But whatever. Did you see recently that you can reorder your Instagram?
Reorder?
Yeah, you can move them around. You can move. Well, they always had the pin feature where you can pin 3 always to the top. Like whatever videos or photos you want, and they will always stay there at the top. But now, I was looking at it today because I was just long clicked on one photo, and it said that click to try it, it's called like reorganize a grid or something like that. But you can move
you can move stuff around because it's usually by date, like whenever you post, right?
Yeah, but you can move it so it's more up to the top. What you want people to actually see.
Okay.
Without deleting stuff. So probably sometime in the week I'll sit through and go through too, because I'm sure mine was just a mess of just videos and photos wherever and nothing in no kind of order. But at least I can kind of make a story now, make sense of.
No, I have to check that out. They've been doing something. I know it looks different, like at least on the phone. Like it's like a little bottom menu thing now I've seen, and it's different. I think the only thing I hate about when they change stuff, I wish they'd give people an advance notice and let them know, hey, this is what it is. It's just
they never say nothing.
Yeah,
they don't tell you nothing. Like you just discover it and you're like, okay, I guess you just got to go on YouTube and type in what's social media, all social media. What is new? What should I be knowing what's going on? Because they just don't. They don't say nothing. They just do it, and you don't have a clue. And then later, someone's trying to sell you, it's like get you to buy their thing of how to teach you how to do it when it was there all along.
Yeah,
a lot of some of you YouTubers are shame on you trying to get people to buy your package to show them how to do something in Instagram.
Or I hate it when you get the thumbnail to be like for instance, like my mom had a problem with her car. I mean, I don't know how to do a lot of stuff, but if I watch the YouTube thing, then I can do it, right? So it'd be like, oh yeah, how to change a tire. So you're thinking I want to change a tire, but they don't ever get to actually changing the tire until like, you know what I mean? All this bull.
Like you watch the whole thing, and then that thumbnail is always this, like,
right?
This facial, so you get more clicks. Oh, oh,
man. I get it, but I mean, come on. Sometimes I just want to get right to the point. You know what I mean?
Right. Just skip in. And
yeah.
That's why I pay for the YouTube Premium.
Yeah, me too. I don't. Yeah, I just happened to be because I was on my mom's phone and she ain't got none of that stuff. She's the avid YouTuber, like watcher. Like she don't watch like regular TV anymore. It's like all on YouTube, and I think this is making me crazy when I'm over there or something. She's watching the videos, like the AI videos. And I'm like, Ma, that's AI, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, such and such. I say, no, but it's AI. Listen, they can't even pronounce the name right. So it's like, all right. But that's their thing, man. It's like YouTube and The View. That's what she did. Okay.
YouTube. I thought they were going to start putting regular TV shows on through YouTube too.
They do sometimes.
I thought it was going to be something like, there's a lot of content there. It's hard to find it though. Sometimes when you like whole movies are uploaded on there in good quality too. But the only ones I really saw was like the ones with Ving Rhames, Animal, or using those prison movies or whatever. Those are all up there. But some of the other ones, I was looking for Shawshank Redemption, that wasn't there,
Okay.
or something. But I think eventually they probably should just, okay, you pay a certain package and you have TV too.
Yeah.
Just YouTube, but you can have like all those Hulu and all that other stuff on there.
Yeah, I bet you. Well, I got Hulu right now, but I'm sure it's gonna come. So
Yeah.
I want to go back to something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I played a couple of tracks out here last night, and it went over very well. So if y'all July 17th, Tim Xavier and D-KNOX Soulcraft EP. Go grab this, y'all. It's gonna be on digital and vinyl. This is really, really good. Really, really good. Every track, and then Dino has his reprise joint at the end. But this is a very good release. And I actually, on my way to Grand Rapids, Tim had messaged me on WhatsApp and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you the promo." I'm like, "I actually already got it because I got it through Fat Drop." And he said, "Oh, so we talked for a little bit while I was driving." So, but yeah, this is a nice release, man. I just wanted to tell. I told you that the other day. I told you when I first heard it, I liked it, but I'm telling you this again after playing it. And yeah, it's really dope.
Thanks, man. Came out nice. When I'm able to get into my musical mind, then whoever I work with, it just works. But I have to be in that state to get things out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice that it was a combination of both of us. So it's like 50-50.
Right.
For me and from Tim. So that's what you got out of that package, and I really like to go over Berlin and, not just really to go and DJ. Sometimes I would just love to go over there and just work on music with people as well. That's also fun for me. We can actually get in the studio and knock something out. I like, for example, Dan Curtin, I've been thinking for a while, like, okay, him and I really need to do a nice EP together.
Nothing yet. If you have, I don't know, but I don't see why not.
That would be
similar. I think it would be a good
strings, pads, and then and also Dustin, Zahn. I thought about it'd be nice to do something with him too, a little differently, because of course you can't work with everyone, but I think there's something like Cecilia too. I know she's into it. She wants to do some music, but other people I'm starting to get to know, and as I feel more comfortable, then maybe. But I also know too, you can't have your name everywhere,
Yeah.
So it's got to. But with Tim, he's been in it for a long time. He's mastering guy, so good friend. So just work. But it's funny because those tracks, it took a while, and after you hear them for a while, you're not really thinking how good it sounds. But when I was checking the DJ feedback, there was a lot. There was like I saw that there were like 70 something people that never they just downloaded it. I hate those guys. If you're gonna get in there, come on, leave something nice. A lot of people left something because it helps with the record sales. I don't know if they realize that, but it helps with the store, because when the digital stores see that, then they put you in a different placement and they'll do a little bit more promotion for you. And then it just helps with sales because buyers see that supported by so-and-so, like on Bandcamp or on Beatport or whatever. Juno no more now because Juno is done, but Juno downloads are done.
That's another story. Yeah. That's a story for next week.
Yeah, for next week. But it's with EPM, with them coming up. But I was just like wondering why some people just do that. They just download and like, okay, I can't be bothered to leave a comment, but it shows me the names of who downloaded they didn't leave the comment, so I can see. Some of them I'm not surprised. I'm like, it's nothing personal. They just how they are, and some of them I was kind of like, why won't he just leave a nice, even anything,
You got nice the download by Richie Houghton. Download it for Richie Houghton.
Yeah, every time. That's also another reason too, when EPM used to always send me a lot of feedback, and it was very similar. I told Tim, I said I usually I always see a lot of nice feedback, but it's the same thing even in there too. The same ones are doing the same thing. And I'm like, okay, these guys, it's just what they are, who they are, you know, and you learn to respect it and just know that, all right, some of them I'll never do anything with. Probably won't even say hi to them if I see them. Some of them I'll be very cool with.
Yeah, it's just like that, you know. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm still trying my luck with some of the Berlin clubs, as you know. I'm still writing to Tresor, Bernheim. I haven't really wrote to them, but we'll see if anything will come with
Tresor. We have been corresponding here and there, but I don't know if it's looking too promising or if it is looking promising. I have no idea, but at least they do respond. So that's where I've been at with that.
See if it's fool. Mike Ned. I can never pronounce. I should know this. Nuntius Noctis. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He might pop in for a second. If you can get in. So let's take care of a little business over here. So guys, go get that release July 17th. It's gonna be dope.
Really appreciate it if you do.
Yeah. So go grab that. And by any chance, if you guys are in the Detroit metro area in Detroit, Michigan, I am playing Techtroit Electronic Music Festival in Detroit, June 26th to the 28th. I play on Sunday, June 28th at 5:30. There you go. Yeah. Sunday, June 28th, 5:30. I am in Lot D, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Also on Friday, our good brother Plural is playing on Friday, June 26th. He's closing the building 4, which I don't know what that is now, but from 9:30 to 10:30. So go check us out. Definitely go check out Plural, but other artists who are going to be on here. Octave Nerve, DJ Roche, who's been on the show. He's going to be here. You got on the same day I'm playing, Juan Atkins is playing with Blake Baxter, John Dixon. It's a nice little lineup. So, and best of all, it's free. Don't cost a thing. It's free. So make sure y'all go Techtroit Electronic Music Festival, June 26th. 28th. That's next weekend, y'all. It's free. For more information, please go to www.techtroit.com for more info on where it's at, the address, and all that. So it should be a great time. So go check that out, y'all. Yeah. So let me send him this link real quick, and he can join because I wanted him to, I should have thought about it earlier because Amanda, we have a remix out package coming out for his release on Tuesday. And I said Amanda. Victoria did a remix, so she's a part of this. So I wanted to get them together. So let's see if I can get him in here real quick. What else you got, D?
But is he gonna be on long or because
no,
I have to go
quick little joint thing. Quick.
Oh, you mean what's coming? I know something with EPM is coming out in September, but they'll talk about that and something with Damon because I did a remix for him. I think it's also gonna be September as well. Those two things coming up and a couple gigs next month, 2 gigs next month.
Oh, okay.
One in Warsaw and one in Poznan. It's about 2.5 hours away from here.
What are you playing? What are you going to play?
My club, the Jasna One Club in Warsaw, and in Poznan, there's a club called Shrone. It's a nice techno club over there, but I have to play house actually that night, which is cool. But your man Sebastian was talking about something in late August, early September, something at Sisyphus.
Okay.
He asked me if I'd be interested, and then I've linked up with some people in Berlin that's also doing some things here and there. So I was talking to one guy. He's got some connections around like people doing little things and whatnot, and they put on some events. But as I said, I'm trying to get to one of the main houses. It's got to be the B or the T at my level, of making music and everything in the label. It's got to be one of them for me, when I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I understand they book out way in advance.
It's like 4 to 5 months, to be honest. So,
yeah, but I think you have to stay on them because they can forget. Like you can't just write and then they tell you, okay, well, when we find something, we will put you on. But I think so many people writing them that they just, okay, they just go on like that, and then you come back later, we're actually booked up, and you're like, yeah, but I wrote you in the past, and you said when you had something, but I guess it don't work like that. You got to be on top of them.
Yeah. So since we on this whole topic, let's do this and that, and then if Mike don't hit me back in a minute, we'll just do it another time. But since we're talking about this booking thing, head over to Position 2 Bookings. Me, Josh Retreat, FBK, Lee Holman, Chicago Skyway, Laura. D-KNOX is also on here too. Go check us out. This is my agency that I run. I got my friends on here. So if you need us, contact Position 2, www.position2bookings.com. You can email at info@position2bookings. Also head over to Donnell's label, Sonic Mind Records, his Bandcamp page. Go over there and grab some music for yourself. New releases, old releases that got digitized, and just whatever he feels, but it's always dope music. And get that string. Go get the string, y'all, over there, Sonic Mind Records. I also have a podcast that I do on my SoundCloud page. It's in the playlist called Somewhere In. Go check it out. The link's there, but if you can't remember the link, just go to SoundCloud, look for me, Myles Sergé, and the playlist is Somewhere In. It's there. I usually try to do a mix usually every couple of months. So I got one, I got to plan one soon, so go check it out. Also, head over on YouTube to the Decisive Podcast series where our good friend Roberto Ingram. Go check out his platform. Great podcast, more in-depth knowledge of things and deep conversations with artists of all walks of life. Go check him out. www.youtube.com/@Decisive Podcast series. And while you're there, show him some love. Hit that like and subscribe button for him too. We support each other over here. Brothers in the same struggle, so go. And next week, Sunday, June 28th at 10 a.m., y'all. So it's gonna change because I'm playing Detroit that day and I have to travel. So 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Central European Time, we will be in the house with EPM Music. That is Oliver Way / Jonas, and I forgot his last name. So go check it out. This is going to be a very hopefully in-depth interview. We're talking about all aspects of music, behind the scenes, production, marketing, distribution. What else I'm leaving out? Publishing. This is it. So all the questions and information y'all don't know about this music game, you want to tune in because we have probably one of the industry leaders in all this that are joining us. EPM Music, y'all, Sunday, June 28th, 10 p.m. Remember that, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Central European Time. So join us. Yeah. We might have to get Mike back later. So yeah. Yeah, good show, man. Good show. Good vibes, good show, good information today. So it was great. All right, so this is your new calling. This is what you do each and every week. This is no different, Mr. Knox. So take it away.
Take it away. People, we are grateful and we feel blessed that you tuned in and you have been tuning in and following us. We definitely appreciate the love.
So keep showing the love and love yourself. Love everything around you because everything's connected.
And with that being said, always stay close to your higher self, which I will be doing some teaching on that in the future. So you'll be able to talk to me if you want to stay in that higher state of consciousness. So peace, love, hair grease, as they used to say on Soul Train, and follow me. I know what somebody's going to say in the future. When they look back at all these videos. I told you he was I told you he was one of them.
Yeah, there you go. So, just to make it clear, the thoughts and
yes.
Thoughts and opinions are not a reflection of that being said, y'all, take it easy. We'll see you next week. Peace, love, and as Dono said, so and make
stay
sure
on for a moment after, brother.
All right, well, make sure y'all check out the sponsors, our friends that support them. Go check them out. They got good stuff. All right, peace, y'all.